Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Yuuki Yuuna is a Yuusha, episode 8, in which, I don't know, we're basically starting a second season, aren't we? I mean, honestly, episode 6 was the finale, right? All of the vertices, whatever, have been defeated. There's nothing more to do. Our heroes give away their morphers because there's no longer a need for their power, right? It's the perfect finale. And then episode 7 is the perfect OVA, right? The summer special, the beach episode, the hot springs episode, all of those episodes kind of bundled into one. So now it stands to reason that we would be watching the next episode, the next season, right? In the previous episode, as I said, it was mostly actually idyllic. The title didn't lie. It was actually idyllic. Our girls got some much needed rest. They went on for a Taisha funded vacation. They were able to enjoy the summer, enjoy the beach, enjoy the hot springs, enjoy the amazing view at the ocean wall. Apparently, that's a thing. And it was nice. In general, it was very nice. There were a couple moments that really tipped me towards, oh yeah, there's something more going on there. There's something much more going on there, right? Like the ocean wall. I thought it's something that just shows up during forestization, whatever. But no, apparently it's a thing in this world. A big ass wall surrounding the entirety of Japan, question mark? Surrounding in the other direction, surrounding some area, separating the rest of the world from something in the Pacific Ocean? I don't know. The wall exists though, and nobody mentions that, which is interesting because it tells me that it's normal and has been normal for years. Just like the fact that apparently humanity was wiped out by some sort of a virus? Yeah, that's something that we can get from a conversation that Yuuna has with Togo. And apparently there was a virus and it killed a lot of humans. Go figure. Supposedly, the teacher in like episode 1, rambling in the background, actually gives us a lot of world building, but none of the subs bothered to translate it, so nobody really knows what is that world building that the teacher says. Wouldn't surprise me if it was actually translated somewhere on Reddit or somewhere, but I haven't looked it up for, risk of spoilers and stuff. But yeah, apparently there was a virus, and there's a big wall, and all those things are seen as normal. Go figure. But seriously, I really, really enjoy the do I call it a trope? Kinda, sorta. I really do enjoy this trope of just showing something completely supernatural, completely out of there, and characters in a world treating it as completely normal. Kekkai Sensen kinda takes it and brings it up to 11. Highly recommend Kekkai Sensen, by the way. Blood Blockade Battlefront is another title. Always enjoyed it, always will, and I like the fact that the wall exists, the virus exists, but oh well. It's, it's just something that is there. We don't really question it anymore. It's just a part of our lives, and that's basically all it is, right? I like it very much. At the end, in the after credits scene, we had Taisha contact Fuu and give them their morphers, their Mighty Morphin cell phones back, with an added bonus of another fairy. At least for Fuu. At least Fuu gets another fairy. I don't know if everybody does. Is it connected to blooming somehow? Is it just reinforcements from Taisha? Do the Taisha even have any influence over the fairies? I don't know, there's still plenty of questions to be answered here. And a message, of course, that the fight isn't over, that there are more vectors, vertexes, and they're going to be attacking soon-ish. And the powers of our heroes are needed once again in Season 2 that starts in today's episode. So, what do I expect from today's episode? I expect, well, first and foremost, I expect Fuu to talk about what happened with the rest of the girls, right? To give them their phones. Do I expect the first fight of the second season? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. This show has been surprising me many, many times, so seeing a fight happen immediately would not surprise me. Having a fight happen as late as in episode 10, with episode 8, 9, hell, maybe even episode 10 just being tension, wouldn't surprise me either. It could go any which way, honestly. It really could go any which way. So, how about we just watch this episode and see which actually way it goes, right? To do it, you'll need your subs, of course, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show, and I'm gonna have to ask you for support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs you nothing, helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching episode 8 of Yuuki Yuuna Yuusha in 3, 2, 1, go. Survived, or are there new vertexes? Because that's like, you know, a big difference. I don't think any of them actually survived. I think there actually are more than just 12 of them. How about 1 or 2 dozen? Yeah, something tells me there is a little bit more than 1 or 2. That's a nice music. Forestization. No. No, they don't listen in. Okay, so we're going the second route then. We're getting some slice of life with the constant threat looming. Oh, it's oh, okay, Yuuna's second fairy. And has a chakram tail thing. Yuuna throwing chakrams? Why not? Still the same OP? Or any changes? Probably still the same. I mean, we haven't seen their new powers yet. We haven't seen, I don't know, any new members. Or are the flowers changing? Those like flower emblems. Adding some tiny flowers to signify their first blooming. I'm not sure, honestly. Could be. After they bloomed, their flower symbols did change, so wouldn't surprise me if it persisted into the show proper. No sign of the new fairies, at least. This thing. This sacred tree really doesn't look sacred. And this scene is my biggest head scratcher. Is it how the rest of the world looks outside of Japan? So Togo's gonna have like 4 of them now. Yep, sure enough. What's the 4th one? Torpedoes? Looks vaguely torpedo-like. That's a pollen, and the other one looks like a cross of a tangela with a mirror. Okay, so it's Taisha that gives you new Pokemon. The fairies. The fairies reflect their owners. Right, because you haven't bloomed. My bet is that you get a new fairy with every blooming, and perhaps you sacrifice a part of yourself in the process, right? Your eyesight, your hearing. Speak of the devil. And doth he appear? Exactly my thoughts, Yuuna. What the fuck is this wall? Okay, how many? My bet is more than 1. Really, just a single one? It's either going to be extremely powerful or it's going to summon reinforcements. Something's gonna happen. Or my expectations are just going to be dashed and it's legit just going to be a single one. They're going to defeat it in like 3 minutes time and we're gonna carry on with the cultural festival preparations. Could be. The music is great in this show. Something new? Yeah, the symbol includes like the additional tiny flowers. And your senses are not back. Oh, it's the scout again. Or they're not actually mortal. Yeah, because some of you bloomed and... Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, they're afraid of blooming again. It's up to you, Karen. Karin, sorry. Or up to Yuuna. Yeah, and hope that you don't bloom. It's actually the safest for Karin to do that. Combo attack? Did you, though? It doesn't seem gotten, now it does. This camera angle was necessary for the story progression, I assure you, producer son. Easy. So they're using their original fairies in the sealing process. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a lot of them. Please do, Karin. And Yuuna's gonna take it on herself, of course. While you were bickering, Yuuna kind of sort of sacrificed herself, basically. I don't think it would fill out her gauge yet. I hope it didn't. Hmm. 2 away from blooming. And you... Oh, I guess fire powers, sure. She hasn't bloomed. So maybe that's why. Or she lost something that's not immediately apparent. I don't know. She got kidney stones or something. Or her liver is operating at 50% capacity or something. Yeah, she's no longer here. Oh. Neither Yuuna nor Togo are here. Have they already run off, or have they not been transported? The thing from the opening. Alternate reality of some sort. Wait, that's just how the bridge looks? Whomst? Whomst the fuck? Huh? What the hell happened to this bridge? Is she like the last surviving human of this reality? Of this world? She did lose her memories. So a childhood friend that she forgot about? Probably. Probably someone who knows Togo. A gate between worlds? Yeah, I was wondering, how does Taisha have information about, blooming and stuff? And of course, it's because there were more heroes. Yeah, and that's how we're gonna end up. First blooming, you lose your eye. Second blooming, you lose your left arm. Third, it's a leg. Fourth, it's another one. Nope. The blooming did. Yeah, and you gave up a part of yourself in the process. And I gave many parts. Let's just say it wilts and bears fruit. Mm-hmm. Every bloom must fall. Yep, I was exactly correct. I was expecting credits to roll. Mm-hmm. Literally, or people will remember them. If you live bedridden and immobile with one eye, is this good living, Yuuna? Huh, could it be that Togo can't use her legs because she used to be a hero but then forgot about it? I don't know, just a random thought. And of course, Taisha did not deem it necessary to tell them about this. Interesting that Sonoko knows it. That's a very good question, actually. Yeah, as is tradition in basically any culture, any religion. Yes, bit by bit, piece by piece. Yep. If you keep blooming, then yes. And you defeated the 13th. What makes you believe there are not more? No, you can't really get your offerings back, can you? Oh, hello, Taisha, you creepy fox. Time to erase your memories. Okay, so that's the sort of power and reverence you get as a hero, yep. I really would not call it kindness. Yeah, exactly. It's much kinder to give you a choice, to give you the ability to make an informed decision. What the Taisha does has absolutely nothing to do with kindness. They just know that very few people would agree of their own will. So, right? It was a gift from Sonoko, wasn't it? She lost her legs and she lost her memory. 1, 2, 3, bloom. That's why she has 3 fairies. It was so obvious. Oh, oh, you're doing the Magia record, Yuuna. We're doing a Magia record, huh? What do you mean? Like they will broadcast it to the world that those are the hero girls, or what? Also, where were we exactly? I assume not in another world, if we can get back with a car. Please do, Yuuna. Damn, that was a big episode. That was. Oh shit. Oh, that was hella big. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yuuna, where are you? God damn it, I'm finishing the second page of theories already. Ah. Togo bloomed. What, twice? Twice already. Twice already. Lost legs and memory. Makes sense. Togo got the ribbon from Sonoko. Those are basically confirmed as far as I'm concerned, honestly. Those who know grief, meaning Togo and Yuuna, will they reveal what they heard? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Also, third very important thing. Yuuna pulls a magia record and tries to change the system. Alternatively, pulls a Madoka. And similarly tries to change the system but sacrifices herself in the process. Let's watch it again, shall we? Oh, damn. That was big. Some vertexes survive. What is Taisha not telling us? They're secretive motherfuckers. We know that. They have not told them about the cost of blooming, right? So what are they hiding in regards to the vertexes? Have they actually legitimately believed that there are only 12 and the fighting is done? Or do they know that there's more than 12 of them and the fighting will never be done? But if you tell people that, hey, we need you to sacrifice your bodily functions for the sake of humanity surviving just a little bit longer, how many volunteers would they get? But if they tell people, hey, we're gonna give you superpowers, and there's those 12 monsters you need to defeat. You defeat them, you save the world. Right? It sounds different. It's finite. It's something you can accomplish. Right? It's big, and you seemingly pay no price. Like, sure, there's a risk associated with fighting, but nothing more than that. So, of course, it makes sense that the Taisha would be secretive, but really makes me wonder what else are they hiding. Yeah, the prayer to the divine tree again. The records of the fighting spirits that protected our nation. And yeah, the second Yuuna's second fairy is fire chakram. What's it called? Like kind of Kyokkainurin kind of thing, little bit maybe, something like that, right? Fiery chakram. It's fairly common imagery. So she has fire powers now. Did the flower design change between episodes? I can't tell. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. We may find nothing as fascinating as the truth, but nothing is as cruel to us as the truth. Yeah, I mean, shit, you're not wrong here. You can outshine the countless stars with immense courage in your heart, sure. Yeah, Togo now has 4 fairies because she bloomed once, so she got another one. It was so obvious. It was right in your face. Right? Why does she have 3 fairies? Oh, you would chuck it up to, you know, just... She just does. Right? Sometimes a character is unique like that. She uses 3 different weapons, so sure. She has 3 different fairies. Whatever. It is what it is, right? Like Karin's fairy can talk. She's unique that way. oh well, it just is. You don't question it. But then you start noticing, well, everybody bloomed, they got +1 fairy. Karin didn't bloom, she didn't get +1 fairy. Togo has 4 now. What does it mean? Well, she bloomed 3 times by now. It's so obvious, isn't it? I mean, hindsight is 2020, as they say, right? I guess Itsuki will have the power of reflection somehow. Cultural festival, and yeah, forestization. What the hell is this wall? I have no clue. Why has the bridge been broken? I mean, current theory, the whole world is overgrown with basically like Warframe infestation. That's why the wall looks vaguely organic, and the bridge has been broken on purpose to cut Japan off from the infected world. My current theory. That's why also people are living in the docks, for example. That's why you see those long buildings that look like barracks, right? People need a place to live. And Japan, well, it doesn't get any bigger. So, right? You need to squeeze as many people as you can. I don't know. I'm just theorizing here. Just a single enemy, and yeah, let's go. We can defeat it easily, but fuck. If I punch it too hard, I'm gonna bloom. Am I prepared to lose another eye? Am I prepared to go blind? Am I prepared to, I don't know, for my heart to stop beating? For my lungs to stop absorbing oxygen? Am I prepared to lose my right arm? Am I prepared to lose my, I don't know, cognitive abilities? Am I prepared for that? And suddenly all the hype just dies down. Yeah, they are worried exactly about that. And now Karin also is worried about that, because she doesn't suffer any of those physical issues. And she thinks that, yeah, okay, it would be the most fair if I was the one to defeat this one, right? Because, sure, let's say I lose my left foot, I can wear a prosthetic, whatever, doesn't matter. It's a better outcome than Fuu losing another eye, or Itsuki losing hearing, right? Makes sense, but at the same time, she of course doesn't want to do that. Who would essentially willingly gouge out their own eye? I don't know such a person, right? And that's the equivalent of it. I'm going to fight and I'm going to throw my own eyeball at the enemy. It's gonna kill the enemy, guaranteed, but I'm gonna lose an eye. Yuuna, of course, is the archetype that we've seen everywhere. She jumps straight into action, completely disregarding the danger, disregarding whatever, right? She's the true hero. The lawful stupid archetype, basically. Why are there so many? And yeah, of course, Fuu believes that it's my fault. I got those girls into this situation. I have to do that. I can't allow them to be hurt any further. It's my responsibility. Karin then says, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm clean. I have no issues yet. So if something happens to me, it's gonna be better than compounding those issues onto any of you guys. And they're bickering about it. Meanwhile, Yuuna just uses her fiery attack, her newfound powers, with no regard for blooming. And it seems like they're blooming a little bit faster this time around. Before, it took, what, at least 6 of them to get enough points to bloom. Now it takes only 1 to be 60% of the way there. Speeding up. The panic, the worry in everyone, right? She actually did it. She just gave something up. They connected two and two together. They know there's a prize. What did you give up, Yuuna? What's wrong with you now? Is it your lungs, your pancreas, your bladder, your long-term memory? Did you give up the memory of the name of your first dog? Or did you give up your ability to sweat? What happened exactly? Will your nails no longer be growing, right? What happened? Here's the destroyed bridge. That doesn't look like it's been destroyed by human hands. It looks like someone grabbed it and dragged it up. Either big world affecting changes, a lot of telekinetic power, or an actual like kaiju grabbing it and dragging it up. One of those. They're not in range. That's what tipped me towards this being another world. Right? If you remain in the same world, well, of course you are within the cellular range, right? It's everywhere, besides maybe, I don't know, in the middle of the fucking Amazon forest. That's where you might lose your 5G range, right? So, of course, another world. And who do we have here? A girl. Missing an eye, missing an arm, missing both legs, or at least both feet, it seems. Bandaged up, laying in bed. Mangled. And dying. And yeah, Mimori is absolutely washi. 100%. But Sonoko realized that Mimori doesn't recognize her, so she decided not to continue. Yeah, I decided that once you had finished fighting the Vertexes, I will call out to you through that shrine. I'm your senior. Yeah. This still at this point, I was convinced we are in another world. The heroes tried to protect another world. She was among them. They failed. They failed to protect that world. That's why the bridge is all broken and twisted. That's why she's here, mangled and alone. The sole survivor, perhaps protected by the aura of the shrine and nothing else, forever destined to just look at the horizon for as long as she has left to live. This is the fate of your world. If you don't stop the Vertexes, this is what's going to happen to your world as well. We've already lost countless ones. This is like the 17th reality that fell to the Vertexes. Those were my thoughts, initially. But no. Not quite. Oh no, it wasn't the enemy. This is the moment I knew. That's the line that made me know. Yeah, it's not the Vertexes, it's the blooming. When a flower blooms, well, what happens to that flower? It wilts. It falls. It dies. A part of you blooms and a part of you dies. That's the exchange rate. You're a sacrifice, a piecemeal sacrifice to the gods. I love this theme. I don't know how to put it into words, honestly. It's so cool that we take the theme of like human sacrifice and we do it piecemeal, and we take the trope of, you know, a virgin being sacrificed to the dragon or whatever, right? And it's those girls sacrificing themselves bit by bit to the gods in exchange for power. That's a novel approach to human sacrifice, and I very much like it. As much as I can like human sacrifice, I guess. But in exchange, heroes never die. You will lose all of your senses. You will lose all of your limbs. You will not die. It's eternity of staring into the sunset for you. I'm lucky that staring off into the distance is something I've always enjoyed. Yeah, because otherwise she would just go mad. What are you supposed to do? Right? What if you lose your eyesight and lose your hearing? What can you do then? What is there left to be enjoyed? I know, maybe you can read Braille books, assuming you can learn Braille with no hearing and no sight, right? Nobody can tell you that, oh, this set of dots is letter A. How are they going to communicate it to you? They won't be able to, right? All in all, she got off lightly, right? She's immobile, but she can still enjoy the sight. She can still read a book. She can still listen to a podcast or listen to someone read her a book. She can still enjoy watching movies, stuff like that, right? All in all, it's not that bad of a life. She can't walk, she can't move, sure, but she can still be, have her mind stimulated. The worst possible fate, the absolute worst possible fate, would be complete sensory deprivation. Sensory deprivation is scary. There exist sensory deprivation chambers, right? You sit down there, temperature is completely ambient. You don't feel that it's cold or hot. It just is. It's completely dark. There is zero sound. After, I believe, something like between 8 and 15 minutes, you start hallucinating. Every single person put into a sensory deprivation chamber starts hallucinating. Human mind cannot deal with the lack of sensory input. It just cannot. If you are deprived of seeing and hearing, you will start seeing things and hearing things that are not there. Your brain trying to create the sensory input that it is lacking itself. So the worst possible fate would genuinely be losing hearing, eyesight, touch, and taste, all sorts of senses, because that will just drive you mad. And if you're immortal to boot, damn. Better hope the sun becomes a supernova. Our sun will not become a supernova. I mean, it will explode, but then it will become a brown dwarf, I believe. Yeah, better hope it does that quickly and you actually can burn in the star's plasma and are not immortal from that. Because, holy shit, living eternity with sensory deprivation is not a fate I would want for anybody. It was all the fighting and blooming that did it, yep. Exactly. Why, as you're a sacrifice. Young innocent girls, in any age, in any culture, all around the world, all around the time. That's how it is. That's who gets sacrificed. The purity is precious. We're going to keep losing more of our bodily functions? Yes. Yes, you are. Until the vertexes are defeated. If they can be defeated. Can we get better? No, probably not. I didn't. I want to get better. I know you want to get better, but you're probably not getting better. I didn't. And here comes the Taifa. They know exactly what's going on and they are prepared to silence the girls. standing there menacingly, but no. Sonoka is their god. She's immortal. She sacrificed herself. She's imbued with the strength of the divine tree. She is a walking deity to the Taisha. But of course, she does wish. They told her. You can argue that not saying anything is kindness. But it's a very roundabout way of doing that. In my mind. Right? Like maybe some people are actually comfortable with the approach of don't tell me anything. I don't want to know the risks. I don't want to know what's actually going on. I'm gonna do my thing. Don't scare me, don't make me doubt, right? I'm more comfortable with that. Maybe, perhaps there are people like that. Me, I like to know. I like to know almost to like a pathological level, you could say. When I had my first surgery, it was, fairly normal, just a gallbladder removal. I spent like a week or two researching how it's done, watching videos, reading papers, trying to learn everything about it. When I had root canal done, I would sit there and browse for a month. How does a root canal work? How does it look? How does it feel? How much does it hurt? Yada, 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 yada. And it didn't do much good to me because I was pretty much as anxious as I was before learning about it. But I think it might have actually alleviated a good bit of the anxiety. It alleviated the anxiety connected with the unknown, right? I don't like not knowing. If I don't know something, if I'm heading towards something that's completely unknown to me, that's not a comfortable thing. That's a scary thing. So yeah, in my mind at least, telling everything as it is, that would be kindness. Giving them a choice, giving them the ability to make an informed decision, that would be kindness. Yuuna would probably have agreed. Honestly. Togo might have as well. Karin? Sure, maybe. Fuu? Probably. Itsuki, she would probably want to follow her sister. They would probably have agreed. Honestly. After much deliberation, perhaps, but they would. And yeah, if I'd known, I would have spent even more time with my friends. At least that. Notice how she says, if I had known. She doesn't say, if I had known, I wouldn't have agreed. No, she says, if I had known, I would still have agreed, but I would have spent more time with my friends. I would spend more time running around, enjoying that. I would spend more time hugging my friends. I would spend more time reading. I would spend more time doing the things that I cannot do right now. I would still have done it there. Right? Yeah, they're absolutely nakama from the childhood. This ribbon, yeah. Her comment on the ribbon just sealed the deal. We're the only ones. Yeah. The Taisha won't leave your existence vague. What does that mean? Does it mean that the Taisha will announce that, oh, the world has heroes and the world is, under threat from Vertexes, or what? Or does it mean that, yeah, after you sacrifice your bodies to the gods to defend humanity, the Taisha won't, ditch you? They will take care of you. They will move your bed around. They will treat you with respect. They will treat you like gods. Is that what she means? Because, man, fuck being a deity like that. And yeah, of course, Yuuna makes a decision. I'll figure something out. And we were not in a different world. We were not even on the other side of the bridge. We were just Same island, we're still in Japan, just a different city, so why did their phones lose service, I wonder. And here's the wall. I did not pay attention to it. I thought it might have been fog or something, but no, it's the wall. It's a physical wall in the sea. What the fuck is going on here? What the flying fuck is going on here? Oh, god damn it. Ah. Well, that was an episode. Oh, that was a big episode. I enjoyed the answers we got. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It really makes me ask even more questions, but also answers plenty of them. I guess you could say it replaces questions. And it really seems to be going deeper than I thought. I thought that it might be as shallow, silly me, as shallow as just, oh, the Taisha are the bad guys and the Vertexes are actually sent here by the remnants of humanity. Or maybe the Vertexes are actually humans, but the app makes our girls see those humans as scary monsters. Or, you know, something like that, right? Divine Tree bad tries to isolate Japan from the outside world, and outside world is good, or, you know, the equivalent of that. Yeah, I'm blanking out, man. My mind is just completely blank right now. I don't even know where I was going with what I wanted to say there. uh, yeah, we are yet again in a Mahou Shoujo show dealing with gods. Not just with gods, but with being a deity, with becoming a deity. We dealt with that in Magia Record, in Madoka Magica proper. We dealt with it a little bit in Symphogear, right? It seems like every single or most Mahou Shoujo shows deal with deities somehow, and apparently you can become a deity in this world, which makes me genuinely question if they're maybe going for something akin to Madoka. Of Yuuna getting a Madoka arc, trying to sacrifice herself to change the hero system, or trying to sacrifice herself to destroy the source of the vertexes, or something like that. Some sort of a theme of sacrifice, right? Fire is the new power she got. Cleansing fire, sacrificial fire, burning the offerings, and she herself being an offering to the gods. Maybe something along those lines. Her first fairy has the power of consuming, it's gluttonous, right? Consuming the edible sacrifices, burning the inedible sacrifices. What's gonna be next? Is her next fairy going to be a sacrificial dagger? It wouldn't surprise me, honestly, at this point, if her theme was sacrifice. She certainly seemed very sacrificial in this episode, right? She knows the dangers of blooming. She knows the dangers of leveling up. And yet she went in. She went for it. Sacrificing herself so that her friends don't have to. Yeah. I wonder where it's going. I genuinely wonder where it's going. I could potentially see the storyline being finished in just this season. Honestly, I could see that if we were to rush a little bit. But I know there's more, so there is probably more to it, there's probably more to the hero system, or I don't know. I don't know, honestly. All I know is that Mimori and Sonoko are childhood friends. That much I know. For sure. The rest is... Man, I'm like legit just blanking out here. I don't know what is it. Is it the temperature? Is it too hot? Is it what? But I'm having trouble thinking after witnessing this episode. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm just gonna stop rambling, I think. I enjoyed it. Good shit. A lot of shit at the same time. I hope the next episode is mostly slice of lifey so that our girls can talk about it and maybe come to some conclusions or something. Maybe create a plan on how to change the hero system. That would be nice. That would be preferable. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Something does tell me, though, that the hero system is getting changed. Either through Yuuna's sacrifice or through some other means, or maybe it turns out that the Taisha is actually evil, making essentially human sacrifices to the demonic tree, and destroying the tree actually removes the need for sacrifices, and I don't know, and they get like they cut down the tree and glowing orbs with their missing functionality just flies out, and everybody gets hit with those orbs, and oh, I can hear again, right? Maybe. Wouldn't surprise me at all, to be honest with you. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now from me. But maybe you guys have something more to add on the topic, and if so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please, I beg of you. Spoilers can go to my Discord here, also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to be notified of future videos, not only Yuuki Yuuna, but also Blue Archive, Unnamed Memory, Kaito, Otome Kaiju number 9, Sentai Daishikaku, and plenty others coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified when I go live, because I do go live sometimes. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Yuuki Yuuna, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me on YouTube via membership, super thanks, super chats, and if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my one through Patreons: QB, Without a Net, Copper Survivor, Watson, Zarina, Yuki, Ala, Ishtamu, Dr. Wataka, Mr. Marsh, Fussel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them as well without having to become a bed-bound nugget.